Wow. I think we spiked the landing on that one.
Hello.
I think that might be the first time that I've ever pulled that off without making
no
delays and all kinds of nonsense.
Hi. Look at you. It only took 49 episodes. Good job.
Only took 49 episodes. 3 years and 49 episodes. Bump, bump, bump. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
It's been a week. It's been a week.
What's going on? How was the week? Hey, Keith, the enthusiast.
What's that?
No, I'm saying hi while asking you about your week.
Oh, yeah. Introduce yourself to everybody, because I am thoroughly distracted.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Who do we have in chat? We have Kimberly. We
Hello,
have
Kimberly.
Enthusiast. We have Keith. We have HM Mr. Hassan.
Hello, hello, hello.
Rich Smith. David Boyce. Hopefully
Rick Smith in the house.
Mr. Tim. Hawaii Tim. Ryan Mulhern in the house. Humberto, of course. Can you tell me what was going on with your week? What was wrong with it?
Well, all right. So I don't want to bring the party down. However, my grandfather died on Monday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In 2003.
Okay.
The 17th of February, and he was my best friend, and I still miss him over 20 years later. It's always tough. And so as all the good things that were happening in the world of Phoenix, I still have a ritual. There was a I don't know if I can guarantee you that nobody in this chat room has ever heard of this, but back in the day on PBS, on Sunday nights they used to have a show called Masterpiece Theater, and they would always show something from the BBC or whatever, and it was always a series. And so every Sunday night I would go down to my grandfather's house when I lived in the area. And we would watch this show called Piece of Cake, and Piece of Cake, that's the name of the show, and it was about an American pilot who went to England to help fly with the Royal Air Force before America got involved in World War II. And so every Sunday night we would watch the show. Oh, by the way, I need you over here so I can look at you and the camera. Anyway, it's an American pilot who joined the RAF before America entered World War II, and we would watch it every Sunday night. And so every year on the anniversary, I watch A Piece of Cake, one of the episodes in line with whatever was last year's, and he would make popcorn for me, and he would melt butter and put the butter, like old-fashioned style air popper melted butter, and we would watch A Piece of Cake together. And so it's just a special.
That sounds special.
It is. And like I said, he was my best friend. He was my groomsman in my first marriage. He was a groomsman in my wedding. So anyway,
what? Hello? Did you do anything to what's the word I'm looking for? To remember him that day?
Yeah, I watched the next episode of Piece of Cake.
Oh, you did? Okay. I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah, I do it every year. So on Monday night, I watch the next episode of A Piece of Cake. I think there's 12. I can't remember, but anyway. And I ate popcorn. I ate popcorn and watched A Piece of Cake with my grandfather. So salute.
What was his name?
First generation Irish. Jeremiah Leo.
Jeremiah Leo. That is a cool name.
Jeremiah Leo Maher. And he's still missed and remembered.
Yes.
Anyway, we have an unbelievable guest backstage. Although there are, what's the word I'm looking for? There are technical loopholes. There's technical loopholes, but those technical loopholes, we're breaking his podcast cherry. So it's a special moment for us. And also, I hate to do this to the guy, but when I went to Southern Detailers Conference with the Four Horsemen, thank you, enthusiasts. Appreciate it. Thank you, Steve Pearson. Appreciate that. Absolutely. When we went to Southern Detailers Conference, the first person that walked up to Papa Smurf and asked for his autograph, he completely lost his mind. It was awesome to watch, to be a part of, like, because there was so much anxiety that he had before, and he was like, the first person that's going to ask me for my autograph, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm saying, you're going to be Smurf. You're going to be Smurf. So our guest backstage.
Hey, Jamie.
Well, look who we have here. Yes, Jamie, double booking. I can't believe that you put Thor ahead of the Curmudgeon. That's so hurtful. Anyway.
Well, that's like the first time I saw Adam was at SEMA.
Yeah.
And we were all together, and he was like, "Oh, you're so clean, Eileen." And I was like, "Bro, do you know who you are? Like, you know who I am." I'm like, "I see you all over TikTok. Like, dude, you're Drago. What do you mean?"
So, like, the entire Thor team was over at the casino attached to the convention center, and we were all having drinks and goofing off. And I want to say a bunch of them went off to find the bathroom, and this dude comes around the corner and was just like, "You're E.O.D. You're E.O.D. Can I get a picture with you? Can I get a selfie?" And I was just like, yes, you can. I told everybody, dear diary, today somebody asked for my autograph, my selfie.
Of course,
dude, it was such a fanboy moment for me. It will be forever remembered as my first, and so I am so happy that we could be his first. So therefore, it wasn't an autograph, it was a picture. So shut up, Jamie. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring on the Drago himself.
Adam.
Welcome to the show.
Look out, baby, here I come.
Cannonball. What's going on, pal?
Hello there. Thank you so much for having me. I'm great.
Thanks for being a part of it. Absolutely. The honor is all ours, just so you know.
Absolutely.
He's kind of a big deal, everybody.
All right, Adam. So,
yeah, take it away.
Who is Dragos Detailing? Like, where did your journey start?
Well,
how did you?
Where did the name Dragos come from? Let's start.
Yeah, that too.
Ground zero.
Definitely.
So that's got a lot to do with my dad. He was a Navy SEAL. He's retired now, but he's his nickname in the SEAL teams was Drago. So he inspires me a whole lot. So I kind of named my detailing business after him. So
yeah, HM. If he dies, he dies.
Okay, and what got you into detailing? Yeah, really. What got you into detailing, and how did you start, and all that? Let us know.
So like I started detailing back in Texas. I lived there for a couple of years. I worked at a dealership. That was my first job that I ever got. I got that job when I was 15, turning 16, and I was just detailing cars there. They sent me to like a 2-day course, and I'd like to say the rest is history, but I had a whole lengthy 15 or 16 years in between there that I didn't really detail too much. So I did here and there. I worked at plants on and off. You know, I had a military family, so we moved around all the time. And when I moved here, I live in Mississippi currently, and I worked at a plant for about 10 years of my time here. They cut our hours down.
What kind of a plant?
I worked at a plastic company, so we made I was an extrusion operator, so we ran like an extrusion machine and made plastic that goes underneath RVs. So it was crazy.
Awesome. Okay, so then after your 10 years away from detailing, you eventually came back to detailing.
Yeah. So like when I would go into that place every day, everything is gray, and it starts to like you get that like color just it just stays
Yeah.
with you. So it was draining. It was 12-hour shifts, and it's not where I wanted to be the rest of my life. So I much prefer to work. I have no issue with working, and I wanted to be outside, so I picked up detailing again. I still have that old certification that I got when I lived in Texas, so I dusted that thing off and got to work. And as soon as I started posting videos to Facebook, that's when my clientele started building up. And when I was working my other job, I started booking about 3 months out. And I told my wife, I was like, something's got to go, because I was working 12-hour shifts. So it was 2 days on, 3 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off. So I had a lot of time at home. And
Yeah.
so I did away with my full-time job and completely work for myself now. So it's awesome.
Let's, that's really something that I wanted to focus in on. And I was
Jamie
thinking
said, "Ain't much in Mississippi, dog. You ain't lying."
Couple of Denny's in your garage.
We got a Walmart.
how does how do you come up with that that desire, that leap of faith, that Geronimo moment where you're like, you know what, screw it, I'm doing this for myself? And like, how did that happen for you? How did you know, and when did you know that you wanted to be like the captain of your own ship?
So my TikTok was not monetized yet when I decided to quit my job. I just kind of thought, fuck it, and I wanted to just get out there and try it anyway. So I've done it for about 8 months now, full time, and haven't turned back. So it's been great. But you just got to do it, I guess. Like I didn't really know a whole lot about the business side of detailing or anything. I knew how to detail, but it's just like I'm still learning to this day. I've got a whole lot to learn. So.
And so you said how long have you had like the business of detailing?
Full time, about 8 months.
Really?
Yeah. So I started doing it about a year, maybe a year and a quarter, something like that, with my
nice.
other full time job.
That's cool. Wild. There's a lot of respect there, man. A lot of respect.
Thank you.
And so you're doing it out of your garage. What made you choose to go the garage route as opposed to like mobile or getting like an official shop?
That's a good question. I actually saw a lot of other people's garage setups, and I was like, dude, I want to be like that. I saw Jamie's when I first started, Eddie's,
Yeah.
Josh V. Josh V had played a big part with the type of equipment and stuff that I run with quick connects and this and that, and pressure washers. So all those guys played a huge role in it with my setup. But I wanted to be at home. It's just more convenient for me. I do pick up some clients' vehicles. Most of them bring them to me and drop them off. And so yeah, it just kind of worked out like that, I guess.
Nice.
I didn't want to shop just because I didn't want to have that overhead. So it's just my garage is worked into my mortgage, so that kind of worked out. Yeah,
that's super helpful. I am assuming. Jamie said, "Glad my shitty setup inspired someone." So you have a really huge following on social media, right? And how long would you say you've been working on that? Let's say I think TikTok is probably your biggest following, right?
Yeah. I'm really honestly nobody. I don't know how on earth it took off like it did. I just stayed steady with posting, and I like to think my videos are getting a little bit better, because when I first started, I thought they were great, and I went back not long ago and was watching them. I was like, damn, that's cringy.
There's nothing like going back and thinking like, wow, that really sucked. Yeah, for sure. And so how long did it take you to get to the point you're at now when it comes to TikTok?
So when it came to getting monetized, I think I had my TikTok and was posting on it just random stuff for about a year. I think it took me about a year to build up 10,000 followers. So it was slow. It wasn't an overnight thing. It just like once I got to 10K, it snowballed, and like I don't know what happened, but
it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love your content. It's absolutely
awesome.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like I don't know if you saw this before Eileen used her magic to make the thumbnails for the show. I had taken a screenshot of one of your videos and used it as the original placeholder. And it was you with that ginormous cowboy hat, the MAGA cowboy hat. And I just love watching your content, because you are entertaining, fun, and then at the end of the day, you're getting the job done, and it's just looking fantastic. So
Thank you so much.
Well, no, thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure. I think that's probably, I mean, at least for me, that's what kind of attracted me to your page, was like the personality that comes through. And it's funny.
Exactly.
It's less about kind of like what you're doing or the process. It's more of like, what is he gonna say next? You know what I mean? Or like what's gonna come from it. I think it's pretty great to be able to have that personality come through like that.
Thank you.
And would you say that,
Adam, what were you feeling when TikTok got briefly pulled away? Was there a plan B?
My plan B was YouTube. I've got around 5,000 subs on there now, so it's nothing to like really brag about or anything. But I was really gonna start grinding with the YouTube. I got to turn my phone like the other way because I'm so used to holding it up and down for TikTok.
Yeah.
But that was gonna be my backup plan.
Every time I do it wrong, Eileen yells at me like, "Oh, way to go, retard!" I'm like, I'm new to the YouTube thing. I'm sorry.
So I do have a little bit of insight from the CEO from TikTok. They're actually, so a friend of the CEO of TikTok is actually buddies with Nick with Parks Car Care. So I kind of knew that was coming a little bit. Didn't know if it was going to be permanent. I'm kind of kept in the dark when it comes to stuff like that, but I kind of was expecting it. And when it went down, it just went down. I was like, well, YouTube it is.
Yeah. And do you see like business coming from your social media at all?
It's mainly Facebook, and especially when I get a client that'll share a video or something. Shout out to those clients. It's a huge help with booking people. I have a website now to book clients. So when those clients share a video, normally it's 4 or 5 people messaging me after that, and it just kind of snowballed from there as far as booking goes. But yeah, Facebook mostly. Then every now and then I'll get one from TikTok or maybe YouTube. I've had a couple people from YouTube in the area reach out to me, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, Facebook mostly is where it comes from.
So what do you think would be, for someone out there that's working on their presence on social media, what would you say is the benefit to someone putting work into building a following on social media, especially if a majority of people that we've had on the show have said like zero business comes from social media? What would you say is a benefit to somebody working on that?
It's definitely going to be consistency and a grind. So it's not, there's going to be days where you don't want to record. There's going to be days where you don't want to go out there and video. There's going to be days where you don't want to sit there for 2 hours and edit a video afterwards. But if you can push through those days and in the darker times, then you're going to do great. Like when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing when it came to editing videos or content, because someone told me that was a great free app to start with, and I've been using it ever since, and I'm still learning stuff on it here and there. So, but it's definitely a great way, and I still just use my phone to video. I don't use a camera. I tried a camera a while back, and with my Amazon lights I've got in my garage, it just kept doing the flickering thing. So I sent that thing back and went with my phone again. So
nice. And so do you think that a benefit from having a huge following on TikTok and all that is primarily like sponsorships from other brands?
Yeah,
like, do you see
that plays
that
a
a
big
lot?
role in it. I do have content gaps every now and then. I don't video every client I see, and I especially don't video maintenance because I charge half price for my maintenance clients, and it's not worth it to sit there and video for 2 extra hours, then edit for 2 extra hours. So that's one of the main reasons I don't video maintenance. But yeah, I think I'm sorry, what was the question? I'm totally lost here.
It's okay. That you get sponsorship, or brands really try to feed you free things to kind of promote their stuff, and that's kind of a benefit to having such a huge following on TikTok and all that.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people, especially in the chat, know that side of detailing, it's kind of a fun sucker, to be honest with you. Like there's a lot of brands out there that I like, that I know about already, and I'm definitely cool with promoting those brands and stuff like that. Phoenix E.O.D is definitely one of them. Shout out to you guys. But,
well, hey, just so you know, like you've joined the ranks of people that I have failed. I have your box of goodies that I told you, like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago that I was going to send you. The good news is that it's boxed and ready to ship. The bad news is that it was supposed to go to you like 6 weeks ago, and I forgot. So the whole idea was to get it to you before you came on the show, so you could be like, your stuff sucks, or your stuff is okay. But long story short, it'll be there by Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, thank you. I've got my mouth full right now as far as some things go, but like when you're on TikTok and you become a creator, promoter, or a what do they call that? The creator rewards or whatever it is. They all kinds of companies will send you they want to send you junk, like Chinese junk and stuff like that. So I try to ignore all of that. But I'm finally getting to where I'm getting collaborations to where they want to send me the product, they want to pay me to promote the product, then they want to let me get commission off of the video, and that's where like that gimbal video I just did, it came into play. So that was pretty cool. I was gonna that gimbal I always used anyways, the Hohem, the older style one. So it was no problem for me at all. But
to do that.
I mean, come on, free is free. Come on, everybody wants the dog.
Listen,
pile.
you dig your own hole and then you jump in. So there's nothing really much for us to do.
I know. I own up to it. At least, I mean, everybody knows that I'm the village idiot. Just come on. I'm slowly building a team. I have marketing people now. I have part-timers and stuff like that. Come on. Oh, all right. So let's just get this out of the way, just so that we are. It's still here. It's still boxed. It still hasn't been opened. I have to give it away. It's going to like one of 3 people. I just went through this entire stack of paperwork looking for the confirmed people that brought people to the show. I don't know where it is.
We all know it was Ghost.
No, Ghost.
You're the only one that doesn't know.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that we haven't forgotten about it. It's still here. I'm still going to give it away. Y'all just need to find some patience and just deal with my disorganization.
He has a sheet of paper with crayon marks, and he's tallying things off.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it.
It's true. I take notes every show. I take notes. I'm taking notes right now on Dragos. So, it happens. I write down who won what and things of that nature, and I eventually get to it.
Well, I would like to get to know Adam a little more outside of detailing. So, Absolutely. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask him my quick fire questions.
I love it. Eileen's quick fire.
I think that's what everyone's here for.
Hey, man, you're on the hot seat now. Just so you know, it's coming at you.
You're going to be disappointed.
All right.
I'm a pretty boring person.
Nope. Nope. These questions aren't designed for that kind of nonsense.
No. Okay. What is your favorite scent or smell?
Grape.
Grape. Like DIY Incredible Suds?
What do you say, grape?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the best smelling soaps on the planet. I'm willing to argue with a brick wall when it comes to, man, that stuff is. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I like GSF. I'm really falling in love with the way GSF smells.
I can hear you. I'm standing right here. I can hear you.
We've all asked you to make a soap that smells like something, and you haven't. So, anyways, next question. What is your least favorite scent?
Iron remover, just straight.
Oof. Yeah.
Yep, that smells like 1,000 pounds of mess.
Wait until someday you get the Furies.
All right. What is your most used app on your phone?
TikTok.
Chris, I'm going to kick you. You're banned. You're banned, Chris.
Apex has the worst sound. Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Fuck.
Burn.
That's just what I'm the most familiar with. I've heard Samsung's got some bangers too with some good cameras and stuff.
You're living in the 1900s. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says the boomer. Cats or dogs?
Dogs. I hate cats.
Dogs. Okay. If you could listen to one song for a full detail, what would it be?
Mariah Carey, Fantasy.
Ooh, okay.
Tell me what's on your mind, Aaron.
You don't want to know what's on his mind, promise.
It's a blank slate most of the
You
time.
don't ever. You don't ever.
Oh, what is it? Mariah Carey, what?
Fantasy.
Oh, Lord in heaven. You're the first person to ask me for a selfie. Oh.
Okay, what is your best or favorite sandwich?
It's probably gonna be a Subway sandwich, to be honest. That's really
Oh
all we
my
got around
God!
here.
What is it about you Mississippians? Dear Lord,
That's all we
this
got.
is insanity.
We don't have no fancy sandwich stores around here.
Holy cow! What is happening? How far away do you live from Coushatta?
Probably 1,000 miles. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, that's where your boyfriend Jamie lives, and he lives in Subway as well.
Yeah, but the sandwich I like is really weird, so don't judge me. It's got like it's like spinach, a shit ton of honey mustard, vinegar. It's chicken, banana peppers, chipotle sauce. It's all kinds of weird stuff, but it tastes really good.
When the show's over, I would request that you email me that order, and I'm going to replicate it up here.
You should. It's really good.
I'm gonna. I'm not afraid. Maybe we'll put it on Brian's podcast, the No Direction Detail over on Thor's channel, and be like the most obnoxious sandwiches we've ever eaten. We'll call it the Dragos. Dragos will be one of the sandwiches that we eat.
One of my old coworkers is the one that came up with that. He was eating on it one day, and I was like, "What the fuck are you eating, dude?" And he was like telling me what's on it. I was like, "That's nasty as hell." He was like, "Dude, just try a piece of it. You're gonna like it." And I tried it. It was actually pretty fire. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get that from now on." I'm sorry.
Is this a sandwich that somebody created, or it exists on the menu?
No, it's someone.
No, it's a creation. That's a creation.
That's what I thought. Okay.
All right, yeah. After the show, email me the recipe or the order,
Spinach,
and I will
mustard,
duplicate it,
vinegar.
and I'll bring it up to Apex, and I'll make him eat it.
For sure. You got a video you eating it too, because I want an honest reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this.
Live.
This is the kind of stuff that you guys should be emailing No Direction Detail, like the obnoxious stuff that we have to do.
Quiznos.
We have standards here on the Curmudgeon's Corner. We have standards.
Jersey Mike's, Jamie. That's where it's at.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's today. It's fire.
I don't know what that is.
What is one thing you own that you should throw out but haven't?
I guess my old work boots. I don't know, from my last job. I going back.
The sandwiches they gave me in prison weren't too bad. What did you say you needed to throw out? I'm sorry, I got lost.
Work boots. Pay attention.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What is the scariest animal?
A shark, maybe?
Shark. What was your first concert?
You're gonna laugh. There's a rapper named Stitches. He's from Florida.
Mariah Carey? Did you go see Mariah Carey?
No, I wish I would.
What was it? Stitches?
Yeah, Stitches. He was like a trapper rapper. And actually, my wife actually went with me and a couple of my homeboys. And we rolled up in there. They were patting everybody down. It was nothing but just nasty people at that concert. It was at a rundown warehouse in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee. And yeah, it was pretty sketchy.
Wow. All right. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Trying to get by. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Do what I gotta do.
That's it. What is your favorite action movie?
Training Day.
Oh, that's a good one. Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
What do you think happens when you die?
Hopefully go to heaven.
Okay.
What's on your radio right now?
Nothing.
Really? You don't listen to music when you're like Like if we go out to your car, like, and you turn on the radio, what's on it?
Burner. Yeah, Burner from. I think he's from California.
Burner from California.
He's got a relaxing kind of rap vibe. I don't know.
What are you streaming right now?
Love is Blind.
It's going to be Black Hawk Down, that new series that came out.
Yeah, the documentary thing.
Yeah, I've been watching that.
that is tight. And then, what is your guilty pleasure food? Like if you have to eat your feelings, what are you eating?
My wife's sopapillas. She can whip up a mean sopapilla. I don't know if she's watching this right now, but if you are, shout out to you.
What is a sopapilla?
It's like a custardy, cinnamony batter, or like a not batter, but dough, I guess.
Yeah, I used to get them all the time over at Don Pablo's. They're fantastic. It's like a tortilla that's deep fried, and then they put like honey and cinnamon and syrup and all kinds of weird stuff on top of it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. And then finally, last but not least, Death Row. What's your final meal?
It's gonna be a center cut sirloin from Outback. I guess, or one of those glizzies from Vegas. Speaking of tax that ass, man, every time I got a hot dog, it was like $25.
Right?
Me and my wife were walking around eating. If we both stopped to get a hot dog, it was $50.
It's amazing how many taxes a city can throw on to something. There's like resort tax, and then there's city tax, and then there's sugar tax, and then but back in 1776, we went to war with the most powerful nation in the world over a 2% sugar tax. And here you're getting like 65% to the dollar. And we just go, it's fine. It's good. I didn't need that dollar anyway. All right. Outback center cut ribeye. Gotcha. I will say that I think, in my humble opinion, I think Texas Roadhouse trumps Outback. I said it.
No, I'm willing to agree with you there. I kind of forgot about Texas Roadhouse. That's where we normally eat if we go out somewhere. Whatever. That's fancy where we live at.
Yeah, for sure. I went to like a really, really, really schwanky. It was one of my investors. It was their 70th birthday, and we went to a really schwanky, upscale steakhouse in Philadelphia, and the best of everything, and blah 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 blah. And I mean, it was good. It was good. But then, like the following week, I took my son out for his birthday, and he wanted to go to Texas Roadhouse, and I was like, "This steak is better. It's better than that." I was Texas Roadhouse for the win. Yep, exactly, Jamie. That's exactly what we did. We picked our own steaks and everything. It was fire. It was fire. Outback for the wings, Kimberly.
Can I?
Yes, ma'am. Anything. You can do anything you want.
That's what I was hoping. Okay. Adam, I'm gonna ask you a few detailing related questions.
Oh, I like
just
that.
because I'm kind of curious about your process.
Wait. It's 8:34. You want to give something away?
Yeah, we could do that. Do you have a question, or you want me to come up with a question?
It's on you. What do you want to give away?
Oh,
Dragos, what do you want me to give away? 10, 15, 20, 25.
Do you sell your interior cleaner in a gallon?
Yeah, oh yeah. But that's like 40. We don't do that. You get to pick 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's not even the reason why. The reason why we can't give away product because it takes him 6 years to mail it to people. So
100% accurate.
We can only do gift cards because
we've switched everything to gift cards now because
because he can't.
This was supposed to be given away the first week of January.
Yeah, exactly. It's now
It's
March.
gonna be March, hopefully.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question. The question is, how
shut
did
up,
Adam?
Steve. Wait till you come on the show next week, and then in 2 weeks, you're toast. Just smoke you. I'm sorry. What was the question?
Where did Adam's detailing business name come from?
Very nice. That's a great question. Nobody. Did we freeze? Are we still on the air? Testing. Is this thing on?
Mic check 1 2. Anybody?
There it is. Keith Firebird, not eligible to win. Pop, 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 pop.
Suck it, Keith.
All right, so it's Dragos. We're going to make you the absolute bad guy. Keith Firebird, who wins everything, and therefore nobody wants to participate because Keith Firebird wins everything. You can give him the gift card, or you can give Kimberly MC.
I'm gonna go with Kimberly.
Oh, you got snubbed, Keith Firebird.
He always gives it away anyways,
I know
so
he
it's
does.
not like he keeps
I know.
it.
I tease him because he is such a good sport. But Navy SEAL, I mean, she got specific. She dialed in.
Keith, don't let him treat you like that. It's
He
not
knows
fair.
that I hit because I care.
Okay. Just remember when people do it to you.
Oh, like you, every single curmudgeons? Yeah, I'm aware. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, I had dinner with Christian from BioBombs last night.
Yeah. Oh, how is he? I love that
I
guy.
laughed so hard. I mean, it was Christian and Godfrey, and we were hanging out at a bar and we were drinking and we were eating, and I mean, Godfrey and I just go back and forth at each other, and Christian just laughs. I mean, he's just like, "You guys are killing me," and it's just, I mean, it's vicious. It's like two dogs fighting in the pit. It's so much fun. Oh my god,
That's great.
All right, listen,
Adam.
how about we do this? How about we do two $15 gift cards, one to Keith and one to Kimberly? How about that?
Yeah. Take that, Keith.
Take that, Keith.
Hey, Jim, welcome.
$2.15.
We would love for you to try the products.
Keith Firebird.
Hey, Eddie.
Eddie in the house.
Kimberly
Matt's in the
MC.
house.
This is why I keep so many notes.
Fantastic. Okay.
All right, you're back to detailing questions.
Yep. Okay. So, Adam, what is a tool that you bought that you feel now you could have waited or never purchased at all?
The Krenzla.
Mm.
That thing is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but you can get the same results with any pressure washer. It just might take you a little bit longer.
What did you have before that?
I had the Active 2.0, I believe, and then before that, it was like a Greenworks 1300.
How did you feel about the Active?
Oh, it was great. I just hated that little whiny noise that came out of it. That pissed me off.
Okay.
You hear that, Eddie? A whiny noise, kind of like hanging out with you two guys. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Yeah. Because then when he comes back at you, then you're gonna be like, "Wah wah." They hate me.
Well, they actually, I know their true feelings about me because we spent some time together down in Florida. So they can say anything they want, and I know that there's love.
Okay.
I know that there's love.
All right. Anyways, what is the weirdest thing you have found while detailing a vehicle?
Skip it all.
It's probably gonna be live maggots. That's probably the grossest thing. I don't know about weirdest thing.
They lied. Shut up, Keith. You don't know. You weren't there.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if I could handle that. Have you had a customer express unrealistic expectations of a detail?
No.
They're usually
surprisingly not. Yeah, like, and what's crazy is like I've only got like 3 packages. It's either you're going to get everything on the inside, everything on the outside, or everything on the inside and the outside done. And if you want paint correction, it's a different price. And like I don't really have any clients or anything ask me what all goes into it. What all do you do or anything? They just bring me their vehicle. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to get it as clean as I can.
Yeah. Well, that's good, especially when you make it that simple.
real quick, how did you get rid of the maggots? Do you like scoop them out, or do you vacuum them up, or what do you like?
You put it in that Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
Set down that Subway sandwich and let them crawl into it, so you can just carry it out.
I usually use like an old shop vac with no filter in it, and I just suck them out of there.
All right.
Okay. What is one thing that you have in your arsenal that if was missing on your next detail, you would struggle or kick yourself for not having?
Probably a steamer. I run into so many situations where if there's anything sticky in the vehicle, a steamer is going to get that out and make light work of it. So that's been one of my biggest use tools.
Why isn't Frankie on the other channel? Oh, there it is. Listen, Frankie, we already talked about this, man. That was the first thing that I said when he came on the show. Was like, I love that hat. That was fantastic. And then the whole episode of detailing behind it, music and all that stuff, it was fire. See that, Dragos?
Yeah, I gotta improvise because my broken ass headset won't fit over that big giant hat. So
I can't do the flaming hot. It's too much.
Really?
Yeah, I like the jalapeno Cheetos are my absolute favorite, but the flaming hot, it's too much.
David came back from White Castle. Don't lie to us, Mr. Boyce. You weren't at White Castle. You were in the other place.
He might have gotten it from the frozen food section. I think you can find White Castle sliders in every grocery store.
Yeah, it's not the same though. Okay. What is a skill that you learned that has proven to be the most beneficial for you as a detailer or business?
Paint correction for sure.
Did you go to a class for that, or did you kind of just learn through practice? Or
most of it I learned through practice. I practiced on my vehicles a whole lot when I first got into detailing. I did learn a little bit at that class 15 years ago in Texas, but most of it was just trial and error. And then when I got my first clients, I was doing a lot of light polishing or like one steps and stuff like that. So
cool. As a small business, what has been the biggest challenge you've faced? What would be your best or favorite accomplishment to date regarding your business or because of your business?
Not having enough time in the day is definitely a big factor in that. I've got 2 kids and a wife, so when I'm not detailing, editing a video, or doing research online, I'm trying to fulfill the father role. So yeah, not having enough time for sure.
What would you consider your best or favorite accomplishment to date?
I guess becoming somebody on TikTok, because I'm not anybody, so I don't know how that happened exactly. I started getting recognized in my town recently, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Other than that, that's probably my best accomplishment so far.
Well, Ghost asked, which is a pretty good question. What do you research?
I research brands. I research product reviews. I try to use common sense to, look at the ones that are not biased or paid to promote. Because once you become on that side of the fence, you kind of see what goes on in the background with NDA disclosures, contracts, and everything else. So I try to look for the most honest YouTuber or do my research with the most honest individuals I can. Eddie and Jamie, they were definitely one of them. So they're great guys to watch and everything. Everything that they've said was good that I've ordered and tried it. It's been amazing. So
it's been good. Nice. And who inspires you? I mean, you've become an inspiration for a lot of people, even though I know you say you're just a normal guy, not a big deal. But I think for a lot of people, you are someone that they kind of are inspired by. So who inspires you?
It's definitely going to be my father. Like I said before, that's where the name came from. But I come into a lot of situations in my life where I think that are hard. And I think in the back of my head, if he can go over there in Afghanistan in 110-degree weather with gear and get shot at, I can at least handle whatever I've got on my plate here, and it's not going to be a big deal. So I use that to my advantage on pushing through a lot of difficult times and stuff like that.
Very cool. Okay, what social media platform have you had the most success with? I think we kind of talked about this.
Yeah, definitely TikTok. I think TikTok's probably the easiest algorithm to master. I still don't think I've got it mastered, but it's one of the it's I'll put it this way, like YouTube is Harvard and TikTok is like your local community college because it's just it's so much easier to become a uh, business partner, or collab partner on TikTok versus Amazon or YouTube or whatever other platform.
Yeah. Okay. How do you classify success? What does that look like for you? Everyone has their own definition. Money, like amount of money per week, per day, and the number of clients, maybe percentage of premium over basic details or maintenance. What is your definition of success, or what does success look like for you?
It's definitely going to be just being able to feed my family. Like that's priority. So if I can do that, put clothes on their back, pay the bills in the house, that's in my eyes being successful. So everything else, the bells and whistles of social media and things like that, that's less important, but it's cool nonetheless.
So let me ask you kind of a different kind of question. You said you lived in Texas. You lived. I know that you made a reference to Tennessee. You currently live in Mississippi. We have Tim from Shine Your Light Detailing in South Carolina, and we have Matt Ayers from Extra Mile Detail over in Phoenix, Arizona. I use those as examples as extreme climates. Eileen is in the high desert of California. What would you say is the biggest challenge of where you live in Mississippi? I know that Mississippi and like New Orleans, they get a lot of tropical storms and whatnot. How does the climate play into what you do as a detailer, and then what do you do to basically take that into account and work around it?
So we deal with a lot of extremes here in Mississippi. It's always humid here, and we also have harsh winters and harsh summers. So it could be 90 degrees in the summertime on a day where you think it wouldn't be that bad, but it could be so humid that the sweat doesn't go anywhere when it comes to the surface of your skin. It just sticks to you. So a lot of times it's adapting with different ceramic coatings and products and stuff. And my garage is not big enough to have a big vehicle all the way inside of it, close the garage to heat it up, like if it's cold or warm outside or vice versa. It's so I've got to deal with a little bit of the elements, probably not as much as like a mobile detailer, but yeah, so making that work has been the biggest struggle for me, especially the wintertime. Like this week, it's been a high of 28 and 30 degrees, and that's where I draw the line. If I have to foam a vehicle down and the foam freezes as it hits the vehicle, I'm not fixing to risk contact washing frozen foam. So, and I don't do rinseless washes. So I don't know.
All right. Okay.
I don't know if Eddie's still here in the chat, but
of course he is. They're always lurking. Those two guys, they're always lurking. I love them. They have supported me in ways that I couldn't imagine. Yeah, see, there he is. I don't do rinseless wash because they suck at detailing. All right. Is all I heard. Yes.
I mean, I just rinseless washed RV the other day with Hydra, and it worked out pretty great. I think I actually got through it quicker than I would have if I had foamed and did all that whole process. So
I can tell you from being in the Northeast and the kind of stupid weather that we've been having, like I am so ready for winter to be over.
I'm not.
With all of the salt and disgustingness all over everywhere, Hydra has been fantastic for me just in a pressure washer, just to rinse off all the road crap that I mean, you can't go for, I have a 40-minute commute every day to work and back, so that's 80 minutes a day. And with all that and they use that salt spray now. They don't throw the rocks anymore. They do this briny whatever all over the highways. And as soon as it gets wet, it's on everything. It was funny the other day. I passed a car that was gray, but you could tell that it was a whole different color underneath it. But it was so caked on with the road grime and brine that I was like, I'm a fan of the Hydra just for that kind of, just to get it off the car, because it's just eaten away. Very corrosive, extremely corrosive.
Absolutely.
Dragos says he's not using that trash. Boom.
Eddie,
I don't know if Jamie is fighting with Eddie or just stirring the pot. I don't know.
I'm gonna put it this way: like rinseless washing is great for what it's supposed to do, but for my clients, what I need it to do, if I'm breaking out wheel and tire brushes and foam and high alkaline cleaners and all of that, I'm gonna do a contact wash with foam, and I'm not gonna sit there and spray with a rinseless water or lube or whatever you call that. And
no,
rub it
I
in.
agree with you. I think Papa Smurf and I have had this argument, or not argument. We've had this conversation a lot because I think he's on the same side of all of us. Like rinseless wash has its place. But if it's something that is extremely just absolutely grimy and dirty and disgusting, you're gonna have to get your elbows wet. You're gonna have
I use rinseless on door jams that aren't that bad.
Yeah. Same here.
It also works great as like a static disruptor for vacuuming carpets.
It's
Really?
It's also very true. It's very, very true. That was a secret that we learned back at the old company. Yeah, because basically you're neutralizing the static electricity, but the chemical is like when you rub a balloon and you can stick it to the wall, it basically breaks down that static electricity cohesion. It has to be a very light mist. It's less is more. That's how we always used to say. Less is more. A real light mist is all you need to break that cohesion of static electricity.
Yeah, so it's not like I just completely don't use rinseless. I especially do it on my truck when I'm lazy and don't want to clean the tires and fender wells. If they're not that bad, I'll just rinseless wash it. But yeah.
Oh, Curmudgeon's Corner has started a feud between brothers. I don't like it. I don't like it when mommy and daddy fight. I don't.
Oh boy.
In the South we stand.
Do you use Adam? You use rinseless as a pre-wash? What do you use as your pre-wash?
No, it's usually like Kokimi Green Star, high pH, either pre-rinse or pre-foam. I usually put it in a foam or a pump sprayer, just a Walmart 1 gallon pump sprayer. I'll dilute it 10 or 15 to 1, and I will pre-spray the entire vehicle, let it sit for just a minute, and then I'll pressure wash it off.
I got Kraken coming your way. It doesn't get any more high pH than that, and that's exactly what I use as my pre-soak.
Heck yeah.
The exact same way that you do it.
He doesn't use rinseless. He uses chemical guys. Honeydew says it's a pH.
hey, that's a good soap. It smells good. It's lubricious.
Well, that's the end of the show, everybody. I think we're done here. It's we got almost an hour in, and yeah. Sorry.
Honeydew slaps. It's actually not bad of a soap.
I'll tell you what soap sucks that I don't like though. Adam's Mega Foam. That stuff, foam's great, but it's not slick at all to me.
Yeah.
Well, am I allowed to say this? I mean, nobody's watching the show anyway, so.
Well, definitely not chemical guys.
There you go. In my opinion, bro. In my opinion, from what I've heard, and what is it? Allegedly, there you go. Allegedly, they use a concrete foam expander in their mega suds. That's why it foams so much. Is like basically when you're doing concrete work, it's very expensive, and so you add this concrete expander that creates these ginormous air pockets and whatnot, so that you have much more volume with less concrete. Well, they use that exact same chemical in their mega foam, and that's why it foams like God himself put a foamer in there, and that's why it doesn't have any lubricity, because it does nothing to contribute to the soap other than make it expand and foam. So
now I haven't tried Phoenix soap yet, but I've watched plenty of Jamie's videos on it. It looks like it foams great, and I'll tell you one soap that whoops though, and that's the Armor Detail Supply Shampoo Plus. That stuff's phenomenal. So it smells good. It's thin, so you can pour it easy. It's
Well, that was a great show, everybody. It's we've almost reached. Sorry.
Y'all got beef?
No, not at all. Do I look like Assassin Tim? Do I look like Hawaii Tim? No, I don't have any problem with.
Right. No. Apex doesn't smell like shit. But it is very liquidy, similar to Shampoo Plus, and it's super slick. But you can make that assumption. I like to use it because it doesn't smell like anything.
Hey, Mike G.
Mike G, I want you to know how much I love you. That we're still like besties, even though you're competing with my time slot now. So I'm glad that you're here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you for being here, Mike. Please excuse Aaron.
I know. I'm a little sauced. We started out celebrating my grandfather.
He gets a little emotional and sensitive. And this is the hour when it happens.
Yeah, I'm like a 14-year-old girl. I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed.
Especially now. Yeah.
Especially now.
See, look, Mike G, I used Apex Auto Wash.
Because he's awesome. He is a truly awesome fellow.
He wasn't awesome 2 minutes ago.
He wasn't here to hear me talking trash. So keep that on the down low. We got nothing but
we love Mike G.
Yeah, we got nothing but bad things. I mean, good things to say about him. Drago be using 4 gallons of interior cleaner for one spot.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eddie. You crazy ass.
All right, let's see. I mix Apex with Shine Supply Smoothie. Oh, Smooth Move is what that meant. For an iron removal soap. Lewis, I needed something with scent. I barely get any scent with Hydra V3, but it worked well for me.
It smells like bubblegum and it's concentrate. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean the scent isn't really that strong, but it is pretty.
I have a fella
it's delicate.
I have a fellow down in Louisiana that has asked me to bump up the scent, and right now, I can say all of my scents are oil based, and I always get real jittery when it comes to adding oil based anything into a product, especially something that can be used as a glass cleaner or like a rinseless wash, because oils can streak, especially in like colder climates, and so you kind of have to walk that. Like right now, we've been working on a glass cleaner, and everybody wants a scent and everybody wants a color and stuff like that, and I just get really nervous when it comes to that sort of thing, because oils are the number one control. Well, not the number one. I would probably say that emulsifier can lead to streaking. Emulsifiers and oils will lead to streaking, and so I always walk that fine line between adding too much or not enough. And it seems to me like everybody thinks that I don't add enough scent. But like I said, I get real nervous because I know what possible side effects could be, especially if it's not used or diluted properly. Oh, I used it straight and this happened. Well, it's supposed to be diluted, 1 to 256. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but I don't know what to tell you. Again, I'm drinking, so I'm rambling. I'm sorry.
That's why you measure in glugs and you'll be fine. But let me say this. Jamie wants to give away Apex from Thor.
Oh.
So I think we should
I got a great question.
Probably ask. Okay.
I got a great question. All right.
Apex from Thor.
So for the Apex bottle from the House of Rags, not a sponsor, but a tremendous friend of the show and of Phoenix, and we'll talk about them more later at the end. But courtesy of Thor, for a bottle of Apex soap, describe the rest of Dragos' life in 5 words. And I love this question because Aaron cannot guarantee which version of Apex you get. That's not true. There's, as far as I know, the only bottles of version 1 and 2 are sitting right over there on my shelf, as in the museum. Dad, creator content, one day at a time. Nope. Trying to get by. That was a good guess, but that was only 4, and that's why this is a trick question, because he corrected it with a 5-worded answer. It is a 5-word answer for the rest of his life. Ha. And that's why I used the question. So I was trying to trick Keith.
Well, you got me. You got me because I wrote trying to get by.
Nope, that's 4 words. And then he right at the very end, he rephrased it to hit all 5 words.
Did one of you guys make that account and are commenting that in the chat?
What?
that guy wins every time.
Nope.
Mike G, he's not paying attention. Don't worry about it.
Well, Mike G, it already also happened. I'm giving you shit for that. I'll give it to someone else. You didn't win, buddy. I wish that you did, but you didn't win. He originally said trying to get by, which is 4 words. And then he corrected himself with a different phrase that gave him 5 words, which is the question that
you're the only one that heard it, because no one else did. That's what I'm saying. You're the only one.
Doing what I gotta do. 5 words. Nobody wins nothing. Courtesy of Thor.
Gosh.
Eddie had a typo. It says father husband trash at using rinseless. I think he meant father husband fuck that rinseless.
Listen, this is a non-controversial show. We try to keep things right down the middle. Red, blue, we don't care. Aaron, cheap ass adds 1 drop. It's hyper concentrated. Smells when it left the warehouse. Yeah, that's exactly right. It smelled like bubblegum when it left the warehouse. I don't know what to tell you. Too bad.
Nobody uses the drop. Only you and Detailer Doug. That's it. Everyone else measures it in glugs.
And you know, that's why he's one of my better friends, Eileen.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad that
you want to give a different question since nobody got this.
Yeah, I think so. Because you failed at it.
Doing what I gotta do.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Whatever. Just give it to Keith Vibrant. I don't care.
What is one thing you own that you should throw out? What was his answer?
Oh shit.
Aaron is a cheater, Keith. I'm sorry.
I'm not a cheater.
I'm
4 words versus 5 words. He answered the question appropriately with 5 words. That's not cheating. This is the most controversial show.
Eddie can't win. He's been talking too much shit.
He said he needed to throw something out. What did he say?
Yeah, it wasn't the Krenzel. The Krenzel was one thing he could have waited to buy or never buy at all. Like I wasn't paying attention.
Aaron would say throw out shampoo plus. Okay, so it looks like Jordan is the only one that got it.
Yep, Jordan. Jordan, you got it, buddy. And I know that he did just win. I think he won last week the last show. So it's up to Jordan if he would like to donate it, or we keep on going. He won in Curmudgeon's 48. He won a gift card, $25, courtesy of Ghost.
I'm glad you're paying attention because I could care less.
Wow.
About it.
You were 50% of the show, hon. Just saying. Just saying.
I'm sending Drago Eddie's rinseless and Aaron's soap. Let's see who wins.
All right, that's fine. We'll do that. All right. So Jamie or Jordan getting the soap, and what else?
I was hoping Aaron would have forgotten 6 months later. Yeah, well, good thing it's coming from Thor and not him.
So yeah, it's coming from Thor. All
Jordan,
right,
you're gonna get it.
Jordan, we're going to send you. I will forward over your email address to Jamie, and he will send you a bottle of Apex soap. And you can be as selfish as you want, not let the rest of the family to win. That's fine. It's on you. All right. Jesus is watching.
Oh my god. Anyways. I'm smelling Nemesis and Loki. Just got it today. I haven't tried that out yet. Have you tried that, Adam?
No.
Not yet.
No, they were supposed to send me some low key, but I don't know.
Nothing yet.
I'll probably use it as a foam soap. Contact wash.
He said I'm not sending shit.
I never learned how to read, man. Why would you say that? Like, I don't know how to read. Public education. What do you want? Bop, bop, bop. All right, I'm not sending shit. I'm off the rails already. I'm sorry. Like I said, it was a fun week. We had a ginormous order on Monday, and Grandpa died, and then we had a House of Rags order on Tuesday, and then I had a big dealership order on Wednesday. I'm wrecked. I'm wrecked.
Getting around.
The legend is growing, and I couldn't have done it without every single person here. Couldn't have done it without every single person in the chats. I couldn't have done it without the House of Rags. I certainly couldn't have done it without Eileen. She checks in on me periodically throughout the week to make sure that I haven't put my head in an oven just yet. So it's a fun community. We have a good time. What else you want to talk about? What are you doing when you're not doing detailing?
I'm
Besides 2 kids and a wife.
I'm playing some Call of Duty.
Xbox?
Yeah.
Xbox? All right. You got to give me your... I just connected with Christian and Godfrey from BioBombs last night on their Xbox handle. What's your Xbox handle?
My Call of Duty Activision account is Dragos Detailing, but my Xbox name is Doodoo343.
Like DOODOO?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are a savage. DOO. Doodoo what?
343.
All right. You and I just became friends on Xbox.
Excellent.
I don't do Call of Duty because I'm a boomer and I can't do that kind of stuff. But anything else that doesn't require that fast paced squatting,
like Tetris or Duck Hunt or something like that. Is that what you play?
Pac-Man.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Here we go. Here we go. No, like I do a lot of like Diablo, and we just started playing Baldur's Gate 3 with all of my nerd friends. Now that it has crossplay on all the platforms, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, exactly. I only play zombies on Call of Duty. Exactly. Lewis, you're absolutely right. That's what I play when I play Call of Duty. I just do wave after wave after wave. And we're going to mention he hopes that you play Paw Patrol multiplayer. I don't see what's wrong with that, Carson. So what? No, I'm actually surprisingly to all of you people, I'm very much a loner. And if I'm playing Xbox, 1, I'm in cognito mode, appear offline, and then 2, I'm playing Witcher, which is a 1-player by myself game, or I'm playing Cyberpunk 2027 or 2077. That's what I play by myself, and it's pretty much the only thing that I play anymore. But
Sound and gloss, you can use what is it? So Clean 10. He wants a discount code for Phoenix. He wants to order from the website directly so he can get a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's So Clean 10 or Jamie 10. I don't think we have an Eddie 10 because Eddie's mean to me all the time. No, Eddie, you got an Eddie 10. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, enthusiast. Oh yes. Oh yes. I started playing Cyberpunk as a tabletop game in the 80s, and so I waited 30 years for this game to come out. And when it came out, I bought everything. I got the ginormous, like I paid the $250 version so that I could get the box and the statue and the keychain and the downloadable content. And I mean, I went nuts because, like I said, I've been waiting 30 years for Cyberpunk to become something more than just a tabletop game. And if you were to see behind this fake wall, I have every RPG book of Cyberpunk that was ever printed and known to man. Yeah, when I say I nerd, I nerd.
There's a green towel too.
No, it's not. It's a real wall. You don't know. It's a real wall. What are you talking about? What are you that's not wait.
It's an old bed sheet that he spray painted.
Wow. Man. Juice Freeze in the house. Hello. Good to see you, Juice.
Rick, welcome. Mario Kart 64 for sure. I mean, that's my level of gaming.
I'm terrible at Mario Kart, but I rock at Spyro.
Spyro.
I tried hers and it didn't work. It's spelled clean. No. It's C. Yeah, I think I tried clean. It is SLEEN, but it has to be so clean. So clean 10, I think is what it is. Let me. I have it up. Hold on a second.
Double check because you sometimes I don't know.
Sometimes I drink. Shut up. There's a lot of judgmental going on over there.
Crash Bandicoot, man, that's a good
hey,
one.
He's right, by the way, he's right. It's Eileen 10. It's EILEEN 10. Eileen 10. There you go. I'll write it in the chat.
Sorry, guys. I was given misinformation.
You know what? How about I just add both of them? So now you have two cups.
I thought you did already, but I mean that's okay. We can go with Eileen 10.
It's possible. No, yeah, it's just so clean. I forgot the 10 part. Now I've added the 10. All right, now they're both there. So clean 10 and Eileen 10 they both work. So there you go.
We'll figure it out eventually.
It's fixed.
It's all right, Jordan. I'm blaming on Aaron. It's his fault.
Yeah, it's always
6 months ago.
You know what? It's your show.
Suck it, Aaron.
I know, right?
All right.
Guys, it's such a dipshit.
It was about to get good.
And then I showed up.
And then, of course.
My order is supposed to be here on Monday. Good luck. If I'm in charge, good luck with that.
Alrighty. So, what do you think?
I'm tired.
Yeah, you are.
That's what I think. Oh, I tell you what. I am watching on Amazon Prime. I am watching, and I mean, you want to talk about like binging. It's called Rebel Heroes. And it might be it's definitely in my top 5 of all-time favorite TV shows.
How many seasons is there?
2 seasons so far. And I believe that they're doing that typical dropping one every week. And so I think it's like season 2 up to episode 5, maybe 6. It is based on a true story. But they always put this big caption up in the beginning of every episode where it's like, it's based on true facts, but this is not a history documentary. So like, it's kind of one of those mixes of historical fictions. But the really, really cool thing about this, so it takes place in 1941. It's about the British commandos that are basically fighting the Nazis in Africa, and then they're pushed into Sicily, and then they're pushed into Italy after that. But they work real black and white footage into the show. So like when they're talking about there's this one episode where they have to do parachute training, but they don't have any parachutes because they don't have a budget for it. So they basically drive these trucks down these deserts and just push people out the back of the trucks, and they fall and they get hurt and stuff like that. And it's so interesting. And then it cuts to black and white from 1941, showing real British commandos being pushed out of the back of these trucks. It's so I love it. And The acting is fantastic. The action is fantastic. It is absolutely savage. Basically, this group of commandos, the SAS, it was a regiment that was designed to basically safety caps are off. There's no Geneva Convention. Do whatever you have to do to win. And these guys just are off the chain. They're just absolute savages running through Africa, running through Sicily, running through India, Italy, before America even really entered the war. It's absolutely just, I am so loving it. I can't wait to just, yeah. I've lost a lot of time.
That's on Amazon, you said.
It's on Amazon.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's, oh my gosh. It's fantastic. And I mean, like, you know, what's better than killing a whole bunch of Nazis? Nothing. That's the best. So anyway, that was me. Sorry.
Hey, your interior cleaner, is that pH neutral? I just had to ask that real quick because I have no idea.
No, it is a high. It has a pH in the upper, but it is it's 9.
Mm-hmm.
When we were building it, it was originally like I think it was like around 12 or 13, and I was talking to the chemist and I was like, no, that doesn't work for me, and he said, well, it's a safe pH. And I said, for 2 years, we've been talking about anything over a 12 can damage, you know, clear coats, can do this, can do that. Like over 12 is not safe. 12 and above is not safe. He's like, yeah, but the way it's built, it can be safe. And I said, I'm not doing it. Figure out a way to lower the pH to like 9. And I'll start making that. And so he's like, well, it's going to cost more. And I said, it costs more. Make it safe. So it's a 9. I think, you know, pH neutral is technically 7, depending on what, you know, your water source is. It can vary like a fraction or whatnot. But Typhon is 9. And then when you dilute it down to 10-1, it definitely gets much closer to the neutral zone.
I'm not blowing smoke by any means here, but that stuff's one of my top interior cleaners. The smell is spot on perfect too. Smells amazing.
Thank you very much. I have a very sick dog upstairs. He's got a tumor in his mouth and it bleeds everywhere, and so basically weekly, if not daily, I'm cleaning. Tomorrow I'm doing a full extractor on the living room, and the Typhon goes down first and we scrub it. I use the drill scrubber, and I mean, it takes care of everything in that. I mean, that living room it's a brand new living room when I'm done doing the Typhon and the extractor. Absolutely. And I'm teaming up with Christian to make a kit, a Typhon plus his mini bombs from BioBombs. And you put that in a steamer and it is absolutely fire.
Smurfs.
I saw it.
It to you.
I saw it. It's okay. You know, he might be able to stick it to me, but like his mom has a hotline. So
he's trying to stick it to your mom. Not you.
Wait.
Yeah, but his mom has got a hotline. So like, what are we really talking about here? Like, he can talk his little squawky squawk. But
I thought that was your son.
No, that's Papa's mom. That is Papa's mom's hotline right there. Yep. That joke has been going for 3 years and it never gets old. I appreciate the fact that Papa Smurf has taken time away from his anniversary. Happy anniversary, Papa Smurf. Today is his actual anniversary, so I hope that he gets punched in the hoo-ha from his wife for being on the show. I gave him a pass that he didn't have to be here, but as a true best friend, he shows up regardless, and so for that, we love you.
For sure. Happy anniversary, Papa Smurf.
Absolutely. I think it's 2 years now.
3.
3? No.
Mm-hmm.
He got married in the first year that I started Phoenix.
Hey, Adamo. Welcome. Yes, he says it earlier before he was talking about your mom. Let me see here. 3-year anniversary.
All right, 3-year anniversary. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I guess I guess that makes sense because I sent him a meter for his anniversary or for his as a wedding gift. You know what a meter is? How do you feel about barbecue, there, sir?
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
Memphis has some excellent barbecue.
yeah. Papa Smurf and I think our friendship forged over a fire pit. And for his wedding gift, I sent him a meter. Do you know what a meter is?
I do not. Is
Meter
that
has
where you check the temperature of the meat?
it's a little metal probe that you shove into whatever thing that you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And then on your phone, you can set I'm cooking a pork tenderloin, and I like it medium rare, or I like it medium.
Christian in the house.
Yeah, Steve knows exactly what I'm talking about. And so basically, it sends a message to your phone of the internal temperature of the meat, so you never overcook it ever again. And it works on poultry, pork, fish, beef, whatever it is, and it has raised my grilling to another level because I never have to worry about time or thinking about 4 minutes aside and this that, and the other thing. No, I just stick that little probe in there and it tells me how much longer the cook time is. It tells me when to pull it off the fire. It tells me how long the rest time is. It's a game changer. So if you like barbecue and you do it yourself like Papa and I do, I have a barrel smoker out there. I have a tower smoker out there, and I have a Blackstone flat top out there. And I love to cook and I love to barbecue. So if you're into that, I highly recommend. Jamie loves probes. Go figure that Jamie loves probes. That explains his relationship with Eddie.
Yeah, my wife wears the britches in our relationship. She cooks. I don't cook. I can't even cook a hot pocket.
All right. Hey, I know that you said that you you had as much time as you possibly to go, but we do want to be respectful of your family. So if you do need, like, it's like, I've been here for an hour and a half and I can bounce. We try to be respectful of your time, but we also have the gift of I can talk for forever.
Yeah, I'm willing to go as long as you guys want to. It doesn't matter to me. Our kids are in bed, so.
Oh, okay. All right. I know you're a family man, so. Aaron probably probes his hot pocket. Why not? I would, but it's made out of metal, and Hot Pockets, I've discovered that Hot Pockets are better in the microwave. It's weird. There's a couple of things that are better in the microwave than in the oven. Most times, like if I'm doing like a Stouffer's lasagna, it absolutely tastes better in the oven, and so I'll let it go for 45 minutes and I'll just wait. But Hot Pockets and pizza rolls are better in the microwave. They just are. And so I would use the probe in a Hot Pocket if it wasn't for the fact that they're made out of metal and would make my microwave explode.
I'm a professional ramen noodle cooker.
Yeah.
You just see me work that Tupperware bowl in water.
I have a case of ramen at work, and that is 9 times out of 10, that's my lunch. What's your go-to ramen flavor?
Chicken. It'll make a turd. It's not the best meal in the world, but it's it'll
Wait, but
fill you up.
You put anything special in your ramen?
Hot sauce sometimes.
Yeah. I usually drop an egg in there.
Yeah, I've done that.
When I boil it.
Have you ever had the pork flavor?
No.
Yeah.
I love the pork flavor. I've tried them all. I love the fact that Oriental is now called soy flavor. It used to be Oriental, like growing up and through college and the 90s, it was Oriental flavor. And now that woke has taken the world by storm, it's now called soy flavor, which is just stupid. This is in the house. Dude, I told you I had the greatest time last night with Christian and Gimli. It was so much fun. Christian took us to this. It's called Roots up near where he lives, and the food was fine. He had this. Short rib grilled cheese sandwich and truffle fries, and they were the most amazing looking things I've ever seen. And I had a smash burger and regular fries, and then Gimli had French onion soup, and I think he got the short rib grilled cheese sandwich as well. The food was off the hook. It was off the hook. Welcome, Christian. Good to see you. Well, I mean, we're at the 9:30 mark. You want to give away something else, and then maybe we'll wrap this up because I got to be honest, dude. I'm sorry that I'm running out of steam on you.
No, you're good.
I'm telling you, it's been a week, and I have not stopped. This was I would say Thursday of this week was the first day that I actually stopped since Thanksgiving. We did the Pay It Forward campaign, and Eileen, you were here every week for the Pay It Forward campaign, and then getting all that organized and ready to rock and roll. And then we had I had the Lancaster Archery Classic in January. We had MTE. Thor has kept me bouncing and hopping. And then we had I'm not really allowed to talk about it, but if you read the marketing girl, she's been dropping hints on our Instagram of what is coming up in March for Phoenix. And then there's a dealership down in North Carolina that's been asking for a bunch of stuff, and now I'm getting ready to go into a partnership with another company down in Louisiana. So things have been really happening, and Thursday was the first day that I actually got to breathe and just be like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a half day and reset. And then come Monday, I have to do serious rehab in the warehouse. I got to wash drums and equipment and basically reset for the next tidal wave that's coming. Anyway, the bottom line is that I'm feeling it. It's definitely, there's way more white in this than it started out.
Welcome, Bill.
So,
wait, two things. So first of all, Mike G, he wants to know if you're doing a Shampoo Plus giveaway. That's a no. Sound and Gloss said he got his T-shirt, rinseless detailer.
Thank you,
Apex
Sound and Gloss. So appreciate your support. Like, it means
very nice.
Every single order, you are helping a small business. So thank you very much.
Ghost wants to know what's the scent you were telling him about for the new Apex.
We were kind of playing around with a lemon scent. I know that this is such a fantastic community, and the more I get to know certain individuals in the community, like for example, Rick Smith is a truck driver, and he's got a lot of time on his hoorah. Thank you, man. He got a lot of time on his hands when he's driving around, and he'll call me and he thinks about ideas and he'll bounce things off of me. And Rick has really become such a great part of my company where I can talk to him about ideas, and he'll be, for example, I gave him, I said, listen, it's up to me to do the next No Direction Detail podcast. Brian wants me to come up with
coconut scent.
What we're going to talk about.
Sorry, I got excited.
Yeah. All right. Coconut scent. So I'm like, all right. So while you're driving, think about what you'd like me and Brian to talk about. Give me a topic that we can play with. And so then the next day he'll call me up and he's like, all right, I was thinking about this, and I'm thinking that maybe you can do that and that and that and that and that. I'm like, I'll write this down and see what happens. So we were talking about like what scent to do with the glass cleaner, what color to make it, stuff like that. So I need you guys, everybody out here in the curmudgeons on the corner. I really do appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the support. I listen to you guys. What you guys think really means a lot to me, and your input. And then I have 7 samples being made, or not being made. They're actually en route to me, of a tire dressing that I'm collaborating with House of Rags on. And once the chemist gets me those different tire dressings, I'll send those off to Eddie and Jamie, and I'll get their input on what they like and what they don't like. And then basically they're basically, the way it works is they're base formulas, and then they tell me what they like and what they don't like. Eddie will say, this was trash, this was trash, this was trash, this was trash. I kind of like this one. This one's okay. And then we'll take those 2 and we'll change them however they ask or want them to be changed. And then, and like, I think when we did Papa Cut, I think there was like 7 different iterations of Papa Cut on the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So
Rick says, I hope that isn't how I actually sound. That sounded pretty close to it.
Right?
Yeah, we want to.
It's Southern Virginia, Tennessee slang. Yeah, that's exactly how you sound. Now listen here.
We want a viney wiener scent.
Vein down. You want a vein down scent? Okay.
I'm loving the Hawaiian tropic scent. I'm loving the coconut.
It's gonna smell like cured meats and stale, nasty sugar bread. Jamie's Subway has a scent. Donut. That's funny. So anyway, so that we're working on. That's one of the things that we're working on, and it's been exciting. So like I said, I have to do a full reset in the warehouse and rinse out everything, get the machines clean, so that when we finally get, it just won't go away. Yeah, that's right. It will never go away.
Never going to go away, Christian.
Yeah,
this is it's a thing now.
There you go, forever. We're getting t-shirts. We're getting t-shirts made for SEMA. It's gonna say vein down on the front and then your last name on the back.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of Vegas, that whole what's that hotel that we were all staying in? That
well, I think you guys all stayed at Westgate, and Papa and I were all on the other side of town over at like off of Fremont Street, and we stayed at the Plaza, which apparently was way better than Westgate. Westgate, everybody said that Westgate sucked.
It did suck. And we got suckered into doing that free gift thing because, every time you entered the hotel, they would approach you and say, you guys want a free gift. So me and my wife were like, yeah, you know what? I'll take $200 in slot play. Heck yeah. So the next morning we meet up to go eat breakfast, and it's like a cult thing. They take you to this back room, and then they show you like the high end of the hotel and try to talk you into buying a timeshare and all this crazy stuff, dude. And like the whole time I'm sitting there just looking at my wife like, they made it sound like really good and everything. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. And the guy, it took 2 hours. That was the most miserable 2 hours of my entire trip to Vegas to get that $200 of slot play. Never again. Never again. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, by all means. You're not the only one. Everybody has been saying that the Westgate sucked. But like I said, Papa Smurf and I hung out at the Plaza, which was right at the very end of Fremont Street. So when you walked out of the Plaza, you're looking at Fremont Street, one of the ends. And so we just, like the first night we were there, we just walked the whole thing. And if you really want to experience Vegas, and you're not into like gambling and strip clubs and all that, all that silly shit, you walk Fremont Street, and I mean, it's every walk of life, from like rock bands that are putting on shows. There was a naked nun that was like, she had the whole nun garb with like little X's over her boobies, and you could get pictures with her if that was your thing. And then there was like street performers and just all kind. It's like a bazaar. It's something that it's out of a Hollywood movie. It's just bananas. And I would not trade that for anything. I know that most of you guys stayed at Westgate because of the proximity to the convention center, but you just didn't get any of the flavor of Vegas doing that. So
No, they got all the flavor from Fremont. So Chrissy says watermelon scent. I'm there with you.
Let's Titan has watermelon scent. Why would I do that?
Jamie, oh, true, I guess. Jamie took horse showers the whole week. Interesting.
Yeah, my shower was a fish stream too.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, where in Mississippi are you at there, bud?
Northeast Mississippi, Booneville to be exact.
Northeast Mississippi.
Say the name of the town, city, whatever, again?
Booneville.
Booneville. All right, cool. And then apparently Rick Smith wants a Dakar and Marlboro's scent. So, I mean, he's going full-blown 1992.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you even know
you might be on your own with that one.
Do you know what Dakar is, by the way?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Or are you talking to Adam?
No, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
What do you think? I was born last week?
Well, I mean, I know that you were, according to somebody else's podcast, I know that you're in the, you're I know your age. I know you're not that far behind me, but
right. Just a step above Boomer.
Yeah, barely. And here's the thing is, like, both Rick and I, when he told me how old you were, I had to go back and listen to that podcast, and I was like, what? That is such a horse. There's no way. There's no way. Listen, you look good.
Thank you, sir. Oh, I appreciate it.
You look good. It must be the high desert. It must be the high desert air, because there's no way that I would have.
No, it was the Bronx City tap water. That's what it was.
Is that what it was?
I'm gonna say 19.
Yeah.
You say 19 what?
19 is that close?
Oh,
19
yeah,
years old.
19
you're right there.
19 is. 19
she is old enough to drink,
two,
even though she doesn't.
19 is the first 2 in the year I was born, for sure.
No, that was you and Adrian the entire time, bro. You and Adrian, big spoon, little spoon. They were like, Eileen, they were like, listen, so this doesn't get weird. I'll sleep on top of the covers and you sleep under the covers. And I look over and they are both spooning under the covers. I'm like, what is going on? Holy cow. Like, true story, that happened. Oh, I'll sleep above the covers. No, and then it was like, just for a second, just to see what it feels like. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. All right.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was because you had the AC on blast at like 45 degrees in the room. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I love that. I'm like a polar bear.
You sleep like a polar bear. Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. Just for a second, just to see how it feels. All right, whatever. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
It's always the good story when it starts like that.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, whatever, fellas. Keep it down. Keep it down.
Yeah, right. You didn't turn your head at all.
I know. I was.
You were watching the whole time. Right.
Are you guys really going to do it? Really? For real? Oh, this is the worst. We should have logged off an hour ago.
Listen, next year, or this year actually, SEMA this year is going to be insane.
You think so?
I'm going to say that much.
I'm going to say this. Two things real quick. One, I think MTE was way better than SEMA was, hands down. I think MTE was.
I have to disagree with you
because you weren't there.
Yeah, I disagree too.
It was so much more intimate. I had so much better conversations with people and interactions with people. It wasn't. Christian and I were talking about this last night. It wasn't so intense and stressful, and it wasn't so spread out. Like, it doesn't take you a half an hour to go to another section of the show. So for all of those reasons, and then there was like this really cool concession thing, and I've told you this the last time when we were on when we did the MTE wrap up. I just thought that it was so much better to be able to socialize with my friends and hang out with my friends. And that leads us to the next thing I want to talk about. And and it's open to everybody. And I'm going to talk about it between now and June. We're going to do a rendezvous in Myrtle Beach. And I would love as many people to show up as possible, because we don't need a convention. We don't need any of that other crap. I know Socrates is going to Myrtle Beach in June, and I said that I'll go down there, maybe help him move. I'll drive along with him. I don't care. But Socrates is going to be down there. Obviously, Titan Tim already lives down there. Ryan Mulhern is around there. Rick Smith has talked about being there with his wife. Charleston Detail is going to come up. Cars with Keeve. He said he's going to come up and bring like 10 power washers for the Pay It Forward campaign. If everybody and anybody, and I want to say it's going to be like the last week in June, because Sock can't get down there until, he said, the later half of June. And I'm thinking, well, why don't we plan for the last week of June? I can do Curmudgeon's Corner on June 28th from Myrtle Beach. It might be on my phone, but we can do that. And I just want as many people to come down there and just do a Phoenix hangout. Just all of our community, our friends, our family, everybody should just come on down and just hang out for 3 days. Make it a long weekend. Come down on a Friday, Saturday, go home on a Sunday. That's what I'm doing. I got at least 6 core people to do it. And the more the merrier. And we're just going to live stream the whole thing and hang out, because this community, Eileen, I live for this community. It's the only thing on some days that keeps me going, is knowing these people. I consider us family. Some of us are distant relatives, but we're still family. And I love that. And everybody, I think, here takes care of each other, and it's crazy. The last Curmudgeon's Corner 48 started out the show talking about, I just reached out to somebody that I hadn't heard from in a while, and they had gotten very emotional because they were kind of going through a hard time. And everybody here takes care of each other. And I've learned that, everybody has a demon, and everybody is facing a demon, and nobody knows really what's going on with anybody else in their world. So, it's so important to be nice to a fellow human being, because you have no idea what they're going through. They could be having the worst day of their life. It could be February 17th and their grandfather could have died, and they're just having a really, really shitty day. And an act of kindness can change everything. So I think that something like June 28th can be a celebration of our community, of our family. And I would love for every single person to be a part of it, as much as humanly possible. There you go. And detailing is 360 days a year in Myrtle Beach. So come on down to Myrtle Beach. I'm thinking like I said, the end of June. I did the math earlier today for this show. June 28th would be our Curmudgeon's Corner. So I'm thinking that we should all get down there like around the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. And it would just be really something special and fun. I know that it's very affordable, because I've gone down to see Tim twice now, and I've stayed in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. So it's affordable, it's fun. You can bunk up with another family member. I
was gonna say I'll go, but I need somebody to let me crash on their couch if I go out there.
Yeah, that was the only way that I could. That was the only way that I could go with to SEMA, was with Papa Smurf, and we split it. And talking to Christian from BioBombs last night, he was like, "Dude, why don't you rent a house, get a B&B, and then everybody can stay there? We'll beds, couches, whatever it takes, cots from, you can get a cot at Walmart for $50, whatever it takes. We just need to get down there." And then everything else will work itself out.
I'm there.
And that's what I want to do. That's really, really what I want to do. Again, I can do it as a tax write-off, because Kyiv is coming up to give to the Pay It Forward campaign. I love this community so much, and I just want to.
Sounds like an orgy.
Whatever, Mike. If that's what you're into, come on down. I'm sure Papa Smurf and Adrian will accommodate whatever you want to do about it. We don't judge. That's the thing about family is we don't judge. We might, talk about you behind your back, but we will not judge to your face.
Never.
You can build a fort. Yeah. I love that. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what I want to do. It's only February, so my madness will work itself out. Hopefully within, by May, I'll have an attack plan. I will never stop being jealous. You belong to me. Period. Full stop.
Well,
anyway,
as long as McLaughlin doesn't show up, is he?
See,
is he going to be there?
Who, McLaughlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'm sure he will. He just has to do like 50 cans of Diet Pepsi and 3 lines of Coke, and he'll be anywhere. You say Tim's name 3 times, and he just appears and tries to murder you.
Okay.
You just ask Armor Detail Supply.
Yeah, Didi, you don't want to get a house with these savages over here.
Us girls can get a house. You know what? Let's do that. What was the movie Meatballs? Right? There was a boys' camp and a girls' camp, and then they just kind of whatever. I don't care. I just want everybody to be there. Period. I don't care where you stay. I don't care what you do. Just come down and hang out. Tim has been Titan Tim. He knows the area. He'll tell us where to go, what restaurants to eat at. I had probably one of the greatest breakfasts I've ever eaten in my entire life down there in Myrtle Beach. There's a place, I think it's called Jimmy's. I'll have to look through my notes and find out exactly what it was. It's insane. It's a good time. And we're just going to hang out on the beach and drink and do bonfires and just have a great time.
Who's going to cook? Papa Smurf.
Yeah, Papa Smurf will be in charge of cooking. Apparently, he cooked for Hawaii Tim at Hawaii Tim's Vegas house, and apparently made the greatest steaks of all time, and it was the greatest. Yeah, so all right, Papa Smurf's in charge of cooking. Jimmy D's, that's it. That was it. That's what I'm talking about. That was the best breakfast I've ever had in my entire life. In 50 years, that was the best. I'm going to bring my probe. That's right. I'm going to bring my probe and we'll grill.
Oh my God.
What? You're coming.
I didn't say anything.
Tim says that he cooks amazing steaks. You know what? There's going to be so many people there that maybe we'll have a steak off. How about that?
A probe off.
That's interesting.
We'll
that's at night.
we can pit Tim versus.
That's when we all go back. See what happens. Yeah.
Jimmy Dean sausage for a cent. All right, I'll see what I can do.
Adamo's got a culinary degree. I want to see that. That's great.
Yeah, bring that. I like that. Again,
yeah, for sure.
Like, listen, this is family. There is no wrong move. Everybody and anybody can do whatever they want, just as long as we're together. It's all I really care about. Just hanging out. Laughing till I cry, laughing until I throw up. Those are the things that I want to do with my friends and my family. And I think that moving Socrates to Myrtle Beach is the perfect excuse to make it happen. So
where's
everybody think about it.
Carolina?
South Carolina. Even closer for you, buddy. Yeah, you can be there. You can. It's an 11-hour drive for me, so therefore you can do it.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Thank you, Christian, for being here, and Aaron is a pro as always, getting to the point.
Yeah. Ooh, shiny object.
We get there eventually.
Shiny object. Shiny object. Yeah. So anyway, so there we are. We are approaching the 2-hour mark. Dragos, you've been an absolutely amazing guest. I was super, super excited to have you come on. Yeah, we're getting suckered to move sock. Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly. Hey, many hands make for light work. Everybody knows that. I think it's in the Bible somewhere. Many
It's
hands
free
make
labor.
light work. Yeah, free labor. Based on what your kids play, I have no questions about it. Can we do a white elephant gift exchange? What is a white elephant gift exchange? Anybody?
Ask Google.
Anybody?
Ask Google.
All right. What
You want to know? When you want to know what it is? Hey Google. What is white elephant? Whatever the fuck she said.
Hey! A white elephant gift exchange is a party game where people exchange wrap gifts that are often impractical and humorous, often known as a Yankee swamp or a dirty Santa. Dirty Santa. I'm pretty sure
Dirty
that's what
Santa.
I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure that's what Papa gave Adrian.
Dirty Santa.
All right. Well, it was brought up and Mackenzie seconded it, so it looks like we're doing a dirty Santa or a white elephant or whatever.
No, white elephant.
We're going to South Carolina to do a dirty Santa. I love this. Oh God. This has gone off the rails. All right. Anyway, sir.
Yeah, everyone bring their favorite detail product. I'm gonna bring all DIY.
And
whoa.
Well, and that was a good show, everybody. Thanks so much for coming out. We appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, you know, it has to happen at least once on every show.
All right.
Chemical guys.
This is redundant.
All righty.
What?
You want to do your thing?
Adam, thank you so much for coming out. You've been an absolutely fantastic guest. We're going to run through everything. By the way, Adam, where would people find you if they would like to see more of Adam?
I'm in Dragos detailing just about everywhere except Facebook. Facebook, you can find me at Adam Dzieran. That's a Dzieran for the last name. It's Polish. I know it's super weird, but yeah, everywhere else it's Dragos detailing. TikTok is also Dragos detailing.
All right. So Dragos detailing. I should have put TikTok up there. I'm sorry. I know that you have a really big following on TikTok. And Eileen, if people would like to get more of you, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at SoClean_detailing. They can find me on YouTube at SoCleanDetailing, TikTok, Facebook, and yeah, that's it.
Wait, there's something that's happening in the chats. Looks like you're not getting that gift card juice free. Is juice free? Are we supposed to give juice free something?
Well, we mentioned like a gift card, and then you
went off the rails.
You had a point.
All right, well then let's do that. Let's give away something real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. So give away. You have a question or what?
Do I have a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure I can come up with one.
I mean, I got 12 questions, but it's up to you if you'd like to.
Because we know from earlier you don't always write the right answers down.
Oh, you mean like does doing what I gotta do is not the right answer?
Right. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So Adam said that there was a tool that he felt like he should maybe not have purchased, which was the Krenzla. What was the pressure washer that he said he had before he got the Krenzla?
Oh, very good, young lady. Very good.
Oh, Mackenzie. Damn.
She got it?
Yeah, and she got the Greenworks too, because he said that also. So she definitely deserves it.
All right. All right, Mackenzie. I'm pretty positive I have your email address. So I'll send you a gift card. And,
good job listening.
You know what? I'm pretty positive that she is Canadian. So let me try to get a hold of Chris from Carzilla and work something out and get you a gift card from Carzilla. I'm having trouble connecting with him. I know that HM had a problem. He won something and I sent it to him, and Customs ended up sending it back to me. And I've reached out to Christian a couple of times to try to see, hey man, can you do something on your end, and then I'll reimburse you or whatever. So Mackenzie, I'm going to write it down. Bear with me. If I can't make contact with Chris over at Carzilla, I will definitely send you a gift card. But I do know that that's kind of a pain in the ass to our neighbors to the north. But I'll do what I can. So
Yeah, did y'all boo us at a hockey game?
Yeah, well, here, be careful now. All right, be careful now, because they booed us at a hockey game, and then we beat their asses like nobody's business. And then they came to our house on Thursday and kind of took home the gold. So yes, they disrespected us and they got their asses handed for it. But then they came to our house and were respectful, and they took home the gold. So
no, I got no beef. I thought about moving to Canada actually, because it's just a beautiful place.
Yeah, but why the hell would you do that? I mean,
I like snow.
Come on. Come on. Anyway, I mean, their prime minister wears rainbow socks with fingers. Who wears fingered socks? Who wears fingered socks? That's all I'm saying. Fingered socks. There's no place for it. All right. How do you keep your feet warm? No, you don't do it. Anyway, here we go.
Pan was probably there booing America too.
Probably. Make sure you go. If you do decide to come to if you do decide to come to the Phoenix channel, make sure you use Eileen 10 for everything site-wide off.
Or So Clean 10. Yep.
Or So Clean 10. We just established that one. But yeah, Eileen 10 was the original, so I should probably update that. So Clean as well.
Who are you supposed to contact? Jordan, you are supposed to contact Jamie, because he's going to send you something.
Jordan, I do have your email address. I will forward it to Jamie. If you don't have his contact information, I will forward it to him on Monday. And then Mackenzie with the gift card as well. 15.
And maybe by the next episode, we'll be able to
give away this polisher. I'm going to try. I'm trying. All right. I'm trying. Listen, the season hasn't broken just yet for everybody. There are some places of the country that are still under snow. So anyway,
one day in 2025.
You are so mean to me.
Go ahead. Phoenix Rise of the Ash.
The Phoenix Rise from the Ashes Pay It Forward campaign is always in effect. You can send anything you want at any given time to the warehouse. Just earmark it as the Pay It Forward. If you have a bunch of stuff laying around that you don't want to use, or you want to give to somebody in need, we collect it year round and then we give it away. So please do that. We have done so much good for so many people over the years. Last year, 2024, was an absolute smash. And again, Cars with Kiev is donating 10 power washers this year. I'm in awe of what this community does for their fellow ladies and gentlemen. West Coast distribution, I am detailed. If you're looking for Phoenix products, you can go to Adrian over at West Coast distribution at imdetailedaf.com. fabdetailsupplies.com for the Midwest distribution, and Southeast distribution, shinylightdetailing.com/store. We have worldwide distributors of Phoenix products, Carzilla.ca, the United Kingdom, into detailing.co.uk, and Australia, Andrew over at osprodetailing.com.au. And then, of course, globally and everywhere you are, make sure you hit up thehouseofrags.com for all things Phoenix. Jamie 10 will get you 10% off of everything and anything at the House of Rags. And then finally, last but not least, and this is very important to Eileen and I, suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from professionals and call 988. The United States' first nationwide 3-digit mental health crisis hotline, 988, will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. And then, of course, text HOME to 741-741 in the U.S. and Canada to reach the crisis text hotline. And if you are suffering from something other than a mental health crisis, make sure you go to the apa.org/topics/crisis-hotlines, and you can find help for everything and anything that you are dealing with, from gambling problems to substance abuse to everything and anything under the sun. This community is built upon having each other's backs. And if there is a mountain too high for you to climb, make sure you reach out to somebody. And then, of course, we would super appreciate your support by going to Instagram.com/Curmudgeon's Corner Pod, subscribing, and that way you'll be up to date on everything and anything that we're doing here on the corner. We are lined up with guests all the way to June. It is bananas how this corner is getting bigger. We've got amazing guests. We've got first-time guests, people that are first to the show, people that are first to doing podcasts. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dragos. Appreciate you. Again, the corner is so much for me. It's where I want to live. So, Eileen, love you.
I love you back. And for
Adam.
those of you who are not boomers, just open up your Instagram app. You don't have to type Instagram.com. You can just open up the app and search for Curmudgeon's Corner Pod. In case, just throw that out there. Thank you guys so much.
Be the Curmudgeon's Corner if you weren't throwing punches, because that's what we do here. Family fights with family. Everybody, love you so much.
Love you
Adam,
all. Thank
Adam,
you, Adam.
you are the absolute rock star, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was an honor to be here, and so it's been fun.
All right, if you want to hang out after the show, we'll usually talk backstage and make fun of everybody that we didn't make fun of to their face. So until Curmudgeon's Corner 50. Holy moly.
Big 5-0.
Yeah, I think we got what Steve is going to be, right? Turbo 6. We got Turbo 6 in 2 weeks, everybody. Come on back to the corner. We'll see you then. Till next time. Much love. How do I do it? How do I turn it off?
Just hit end.
Oh, sorry. All right. Goodbye. See you in